I will call the meeting to order. We have a quorum. I will take a motion to approve the agenda in the minutes. So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion on that? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Rich isn't here, he's gone today. And you all got emails on the administrative offices and stuff and met with Jason. So I guess there's much more to talk about there.
To see,
What's that?
to see his updates.
Till we see his updates, and that's what he was hoping he'd get them to us this week.
Yeah.
Cause they're rejuggling things. Matter of fact, he said it worked out good with the comments he got back from the department heads.
And
Drainage.
they're
What's-
darn close on the conservation remodel. I'm supposed to be getting the last pay
That's really coming along.
soon.
We'll walk through this weekend.
Oh, the last from King one?
Yeah.
Okay, cause they got the building.
They're done,
They
aren't
were,
they?
they were still waiting for punch list stuff.
Punch list,
I think
And
it's-
Jason's just gotta put stuff together and get me the last bill.
I think they turned it over. I think we'll just be seeing the final pay because Jason said we're
Well,
not
then,
paying nothing until it's done.
yeah, well, then I need to contact ICAP too.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it does.
If it's officially changing hands, we need to make sure our insurance, yeah.
Yeah.
Tag it on.
Yep.
We'll go on to drainage then. I didn't see any warrants or claims or anything, so we'll go down to work orders. Bob Hall, DD number 11. Get us up to date.
Okay, well, my neighbor, Paul Holman. I think that main is north of my house is plugged up. Because he put, I think, 2 lines of tile up in his wet hole there. And I watched it, so I asked him, I said, that help any? Well, he said, it doesn't seem to work. So then they put 2 more, or a few more, spent a lot of money anyway. Well, then we had that big rain last summer. And that tile, I'm sure, is plugged up because after you got all that tile in it, then the water come up the ditch and into my basement. I pumped water for 3 weeks. Dried up for 5 days and it rained again. I pumped for another 3 weeks. So I know his tile was working because I pumped it all out of my basement.
Thank you very much.
Refresh my memory. I thought we talked about this like a year ago and Colton looked into it and had Mike do some digging out there. I don't know.
No, nobody's dug out there.
Yeah, I went out there and looked at it with. Colton and I
okay,
went
so-
out there where outlets be on that bridge west of your place, right? Right on the gravel road there, we found there's an outlet there and it was at that time, it was flowing. How good it was flowing, I don't know, and I can't remember what time of year it was we went.
I don't think his water is getting through there.
Is,
As fast as
I
it
think
should.
it's a CRP ground.
right, cause you got
CRP
CRP
ground.
all around your house, right?
Oh,
Okay.
so it's CRP ground, the tile goes through,
Yes,
you're probably gonna,
right, AJ?
Yeah, it's all around, cause
Isn't there one north of your house?
Yeah, that one goes.
North
east
and
to
west of your house.
No, that one north house goes from east to west.
Yeah.
Clear across, then the other one goes from south to north across.
Right, but it's all in CRP.
probably gonna need to get somebody in there, locate it, dig it up in 3-4 spots, see what's going on. It's probably growing full of roots.
Well,
yeah,
now that's 150 acres, 155, and now we're in a total different ballgame with CRP. You've got rules, you gotta, if you have any idea that that's plugging up a tile, you're supposed to get the county out there and they'll find that tile with GPS. And then you're supposed to spray that that stuff above the tile. And then, plant waterway grass in there. To keep from plugging the tile.
Okay. I did not know that.
Well,
That's interesting.
I think you're gonna have to do some study in that CRP because. I went down to a meeting at Garner and when I checked in, I put 155 acres and they said, no, you don't have that much. Yeah, I do. No, well, I do. And he was telling now at, up to 27 acres, I think it is, you're fine. After that, you got different things you have to do. And then when you get so many, you gotta cut fire breaks in there. And keep an eye on your tile.
Mhm.
So my neighbors didn't plug it up. She's never did a thing with it since she took over. So, but now I got mold up 2 feet on my basement walls. And I don't wanna fix them if it's gonna happen again. Well, I lived there 49 years next month, and it's never been watered before.
Just,
So something can't be real right.
must be plugged up somewhere, like I say,
I asked Mike Peterson, he said about the only thing you can do is go out there and dig down. And if it isn't plugged there, get a camera down there. I know what, can you go with? He thought maybe 200 feet each way, is that right? Or-
Usually,
I don't know
it's
how
about as
far
far
they
as you,
go.
that's about as far as you're gonna get.
get with the camera.
Yeah, I think that's what he said.
Yep. Yeah, 'cause there's a couple laterals up in there.
Now, Doug Meyer,
We looked right here at
Wondered
the
if-
intersection.
is there a junction box there where his tile comes in there?
Paul would be right here.
Is there a junction box?
Where at?
Where his tile comes in?
Or Doug.
I wouldn't show on this probably.
No.
Well, Doug was wondering if that was plugged up, not working properly or.
We could check it out, but
Yeah, well, I guess we could probably just have. I don't know if there's intakes. At those road crossings. You know, start there.
But big enough that.
Right.
Up to camera down. I mean, I don't know what size tile it is, so I'm not sure how small you can,
Yeah.
the bigger the tile, the better, of course, so you can get in there.
Guess we just have to do a little investigating, maybe talk to Mike Peterson, 'cause I know he's been out and done some work out in that area.
Yeah,
Cause I'd actually talked to him after Colton and I went out and looked at that. Cause he said he had tore out your trees and stuff
yeah.
around there before.
I mean, if it depends on how deep that tile, if it's only 3 foot deep or so, some of that tile is gonna be.
Well,
Full of grass.
these sunflowers are 7 feet tall.
And at the, where it outlets, it's fairly deep, especially down below the road.
Could be, but I mean,
Um,
you get 4 foot or less, and if you got CRP, it's gonna plug it up.
How about we do that? Try to get somebody to,
That's kind of major to plug it up, but.
yeah.
But I would like to have you do something, so I know if
We could
this
have-
is gonna happen again.
We could have Mike do some investigating on these laterals.
We gotta find out if it's plugged any place for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we can, I mean,
The private stuff, obviously, we're not gonna monkey with.
No, but
These laterals, we
I was
can,
kind of worried
What about
about
that?
these, there's 2 county mains there,
yeah,
so there's quite a bit of tile.
yeah, there's one north, or kind of northwest of you, north, and then one south of you too.
Well, that one goes all the way across north and south.
See that one there?
Well,
That's his house right here.
he's right there.
This comes across kind of northeast, southwest. And this one south of him goes north or east and west and then heads across. And then they come across here and
Well,
it dumps in.
There's a ditch,
right there.
and there's a pile in that north ditch up there, right?
Yeah, up towards the
And
corner.
doesn't that dump into that main?
It runs east and west and then it comes across the road. And cuts across that field and then ends up heading down to where it outlets into the drainage ditch.
Okay,
west of
cause I think Myers did, or somebody did some work on the ditch up there a few years back.
Yeah.
Doug would have come along today. He seems to be very knowledgeable in that, but he's in California. I didn't told him I didn't think it's worth the drive
Does
here.
Doug farm that on the west side of the road? Or the north side of the road, I mean? Does Doug farm that?
Doug? No, he farms the one kitty corner up at the northeast corner there.
Oh, okay,
And his water comes down to that corner,
okay, yeah.
goes across the road and into that one in the ditch.
Yep. And then Paul, you hooked into the one that goes right into your field in that corner as well. There's one.
Yeah, there should be, 1, 2, 3 places where it hooks along that road up in the corner and then about. Oh, halfway down that mile and then there's one down on the, south end of the.
Good time to do some
You know, I
research.
put a lot of tile in there.
You're just gonna have to start digging.
Guys
Yeah,
aren't that busy like Mike or somebody. that's-
maybe we'll reach out to Mike Peterson.
Yeah,
He's got some knowledge of that area.
well, like Paul said, with as much snow as that DPR holds. And on all that grass, there might not be much frost there. You might be able to do that. Might be able to do that early.
Who owns that?
Cheryl Johnno,
Okay.
somebody think, oh. And somebody down there in Cedar Rapids told her she didn't have to do a thing. She told Butler she didn't have to do anything, so that's okay.
Well, we've got laterals in there, so
Yeah.
there should be right away, so she's gotta let us in there. I just wonder if we should reach out to her and let her know that we're gonna be in there.
But it probably wouldn't hurt
Do
to
some
tell her.
exploratory digging.
Yeah, because then she gets all upset.
Well, I mean, we're allowed to, but it just keeps the peace if we just have a conversation
Yeah.
first.
Tell her it's gotta be, cause I, kinda like to fix my basement.
I hear you, yeah.
Well, we need to know if it's plugged. It's supposed to-
Yeah,
I mean, a county tile should be working,
Right.
Yeah.
right.
so.
Well, I think his tile would work a lot better too if it was. Across there.
Oh, yeah, if you got any
And
restrictions.
that, you know, there could be something going on where those two laterals come together up on north of you. You see it, you're seeing it worse fall on the north portion of your property or the south?
Well, it's gotten better because I put an extra tile, but it doesn't drain like it should, you know, it's still
On the north portion or the
on
south?
the north portion.
North portion's the
Yeah,
worst
yeah,
part?
That's
Okay.
where,
Good.
Well,
So I wonder if there may be something going on with those two laterals where they.
Paul
come
has the
together.
big pond just kind of in the middle of your farm.
Yeah.
I can see it real good from my place.
Mhm.
And when there's no crop there, like if you get a big rain, you can just,
There's like-
it's a
like
real,
5 acres, 5 to 10 acres that got drowned out, so on that goes to two
and
outlets.
I know that's where you put tile up in
Yeah.
through there 2 times.
Now, I put in about 100,000 feet of tile here. So it,
Should be draining.
it should be draining, and if there's, you know, that much water coming, putting pressure, it's gonna.
It's gonna come out somewhere eventually if it's
I
restricted,
would,
so yeah.
or blow the tile out.
Well, I'm sure it come up the ditch because there isn't a lot of dirt above the tile.
You wanna make a motion to
Yeah.
approve this work order to go out there and have somebody take a look at this and
Yeah,
start digging it up and see where it's plugged or not?
You're gonna take care of Mike?
we'll take care of that, yep.
All right.
I'll make a motion to approve the work order.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion on that? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. The work order is approved. You have Cheryl's number? You don't have a cell?
You guys,
You want it?
You got it?
you got it?
You can give it, you wanna just give it?
I'll give it to you after.
Yeah.
Remind me of it.
Okay.
Yep, and then you reach out to her, let her know what's going
Okay,
on.
Well,
fine.
We'll reach out to Mike and get him, do a little searching out there.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I really like it. Cause you did work.
Like everybody.
Understandable, everybody does.
It's no good if it doesn't work, right?
Well, I didn't enjoy
Yeah,
that much.
that was-
I'm trying to host the thing.
Wow.
So.
Doesn't,
The board approved it.
Well,
yeah,
we
we
dismissed
missed it, so.
You're dismissed.
Most
Strange thing.
Well,
What happened?
Yeah, he did.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much for the time.
Oh,
Do you want a petitioner's signature on this thing?
What now?
it doesn't make a difference. Got it. Just
Right there,
running into
like
it.
that for now. That's,
Yeah.
that's that you, the work order.
Oh,
Yeah, we can get
Laterals
water
both sides of his house, so there should be something.
should I sign that? It's not my place.
But your acreage is in
But
the
your acre-
district, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it
Yeah,
affects you.
It affects you, so yeah, you can sign the petition.
It's basically paperwork.
Yeah,
Yeah.
formality is all it is. Keeps record keeping better for the future.
Okay.
Rules.
Thank you again.
Yeah, thanks for coming in.
See you, Bob.
Okay.
You send those two.
We'll figure it out, hold it on.
We got paid again.
And payroll,
Motion to approve payroll.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor of approving it, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign, motion carries.
Let's skip all the way down to that.
Oops. Get it the right way.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh.
You can sign it after. if you
Yeah,
want.
we'll sign it afterwards. Right now, we have fiscal year 27 employee health insurance. You guys all see those emails?
Yep. Everything looked kosher to me that we discussed, right?
Yeah,
Yep, we're going with a 95/60, and we're going to do deductibles on family at double if both of them are here. Anything else in there? That's about it, isn't it?
It'll cover it.
still, and having two different options instead of three.
Oh, that's right, we got rid of the $750
Yeah.
deductible, we're going restricted with 1,000 and 2,000.
Yeah.
That was the other thing that we changed.
Right.
So is there a motion to approve the employee health insurance?
I will make a motion for the employee.
And I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion on it? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, motion carries. I'll sign these later too.
Yep.
Anything on buildings and grounds?
Steve will be reaching out to you just to check
Sure.
court dates availability, so we can get that wall fixed up there.
Yeah.
Oh, did ya?
I just thought we'd reach out to you so you could figure out when it was open, so.
I
Other than that,
don't know when court is.
you know who to talk to.
Yeah.
Easier.
Winworth Betco, Melissa, are you on?
Just the home base Iowa dedication in Grafton is on Thursday at 2.
Okay, I
Okay.
plan on attending.
Okay, and then
What's that?
Just AJ or anybody else? Okay.
Yes, me.
do any of the three of you would like to join me with that conference in April? It's where we have to I take a team of 3, so I offer it to the exec board first.
I can't. I won't be able to make it.
Mark might have to go to work that day.
I might at some point.
Yeah.
It's a 3-day conference.
I don't think I'll be able to either, so I appreciate it though.
Got too many other irons in the fire right now for me to even think about it.
Not a problem.
Thank you, Melissa.
You bet.
AJ, you got anything on water or wastewater other than a bill for cleaning out the ice?
Yeah, I only had to do it twice, so it's kinda gets spending, so. Yep, have you seen one from Rockness yet?
Mm-mm.
They did the repair on the valve, so they should be submitting the bill as well, so. Yep, hopefully we're out of that.
It's a choice of.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's hope that don't happen again.
well, let's just say we're gonna do a little investigating on some valves that we can pothole around to check bolts. To see if we need to start digging them up and replace them, but some of the stuff was done in 2005 when it was built, and that was an original. But then some other stuff was done in 07 when they added on, they actually moved some water main, so we're hoping those might be different upgraded bolts, so. We'll do a little checking on some of the older stuff this spring or this summer and see if we can hopefully avoid that again.
Department head discussions. I'm gonna bring this to your attention. I met with the assessor last week to go through the agenda for the meeting, and after we got done, she got her own radon tester. I don't know how good it is or how poor it is, and said that the level of radon in her office was way out of sight. And I thought I better bring it to your attention because it is a health issue.
It is.
Hasn't that been checked before?
When was the last time the building?
We didn't.
'Cause didn't you have-
We're doing that mold test.
There's mold, yeah, we didn't get into
Oh, a lot
much.
of-
We didn't get into radon at that time, it mostly.
I mean, it's
For the mold.
Has it ever been?
not, oh, it's never.
I don't
been done
remember
by
while I've been
us, You guys,
I'll ever.
I don't think it's, I mean, it's been highly recommended throughout northern Iowa, probably the state of Iowa,
The entire
to
state.
test your home for radon.
Yeah, the basement especially.
Yeah, I got the test. I just haven't done it.
I know, don't want it.
Public health will get you a test
Yes,
or get you connected so you can get a test.
Right. Otherwise,
You wanna do that?
we'd have to look at.
well, I'm sure that, I would think that's what she would have got, but should have got right.
I was under, she didn't say anything about getting it from public health or anything. She got her own radon tester and checked the radon level and brought it to my attention.
There are professionals that do it. Should you
Yep.
get a second opinion
But
or?
should, cause if it's.
That's what
gonna
I'm
get mitig-
thinking.
if it's gonna get mitigated, then they would know how and where and could propose a cost.
Just a-
Because it's basically a fan
Mhm.
that pulls air out of the ground
Right.
and below your floor, your foundation, and then puts it out into the air, so it doesn't seep up through the floor, it actually.
But now that it
withdraws
got
it.
brought to my attention, I brought to your attention, we probably should have it tested.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know how good it, I don't know if there's a difference in how good these testers are or anything.
Those are, baseline type of deal, and a professional's gonna come in, so they'll tell you the same thing, and then they're gonna
Yeah.
tell you the system.
So, yeah, we're just looking to get somebody else to get a second opinion on it, I guess, and
Yeah,
make sure
doesn't hurt.
we can go from
I
there.
don't know, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, but
department heads. Well, good, then I'll say something. We definitely gotta meet with Manley.
Yep.
On law enforcement. And sit down and figure out, well, before we even figure out Northwood. We need to figure out what we're gonna do with Manley. Figure out which direction we're headed here, because as far as them doing their budget at Northwood, they've got a number.
Right.
You know, and if they can do it cheaper for less than that, then they can use their own numbers. And we don't even know if we're gonna go that route, but we should figure out what we're gonna do down there. With the, at the rate that we're doing for the populations. I mean, the biggest population we have in Fertile for the $38.25 per capita. Well, when you get to Manly, you got 1256 and North has got 2072. We need to sit down and discuss this. So have you got us lined up with meeting with Manly City Council?
I have not yet.
We need to do that first thing before we do anything else. Would you agree? We need to address that and figure out where they're at.
I mean, minimum, they should be paying the per capita fee,
Yeah.
just for having the backup.
So get us on the agenda down there. Did you get those printouts for me?
I did.
He gave us printouts of Manly law, of the city of Manly for the calls.
Yeah.
I asked him to do the same thing for Northwood. So we know.
I only made one copy. Yeah.
That's okay. I'll get another one made upstairs and get you copies, cause I wanted that. Do you have any other input on this other than get on the agenda for Manly City Council to start this thing?
I need to get them called and get us on there. Which I think probably is their meeting is tonight, right?
It is tonight, the next one will be March 2nd. First and third Mondays of the month.
Well, let's try to get on the one for the second. Cause we need to bring it to their attention, cause they're doing the budget.
What,
Could be.
Well, let me. Yeah.
Well, and they'd have to have their levies figured out by March 2nd probably, because they have to have them in the system by March 5th so that I can send the mailing out. So that's kinda out of time.
Without knowing for sure, I would assume they've got room in it because they're trying to hire another officer.
Right.
Um,
They've been working with that. but
Because if another officer came into effect or into play, that would adjust what we would be doing, I'm assuming, right?
Mhm.
Cause it's then the workload is reduced drastically.
I'd be looking at a couple $100,000 to get two people there, don't they?
Well, I think
Cars?
they're hiring at
I'm talking about benefits and
between
everything.
50 and 60 was the starting wage, I think.
Yeah, I know, but still,
So. They've got another vehicle sitting there that's been unused.
How long have they been looking?
it's been a while.
Oh.
Last time they did an agreement with us was 22 guys.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years. Connor's been on that long, he'd been the last one.
probably.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years.
I guess I think we need to look outside the box here and see if we can't figure out some way of providing law enforcement at a nominal fee for these cities that got their own police officers. Because basically, I mean, when we were at this meeting in December, we heard from 2 council members and the mayor. Well, after the meeting that Monday night, he had the other 3 council members get in touch with him and basically say they can't afford it. right? Did I sum that up pretty good?
Well, they basically said that they can't sustain the cost going up.
No, so it's either gonna be this
The
year,
next
next
3
year, the year after, but it's coming to a head.
So with that, there's gotta be in the future, at least some sort of a fee structure that aligns with dispatch and administrative services, that sort of stuff, because nobody gets charged technically. I mean, the bigger cities do not get charged for dispatch when all their calls go through.
They pay a nominal fee for county services, but
Yeah,
I mean, you know.
to me, law
In
enforcement,
comparison to the rural area or that, I mean, how do you make that fair? You're right.
right, the bulk of your taxes goes outside the school district, the bulk of it goes to the county, the bulk of mine goes to the city. You know, you pay for those services, but it's, to me, it's law enforcement's like a commodity.
Well, especially if it's gonna be basically countywide eventually, it could be.
Right,
I mean,
very well could be, so.
It's reality, getting deputies, I mean, for a small town police, I don't know how, like, I'd say, how does Lake Mills continue to do it? And
I don't know how they're.
I did have a call from a resident over there, I mean, glad that we're doing what we're doing. The one from work down in Winnebago, we're talking about it. He's kind of on the same token. He says that we need to get together with Winnebago and do something different, like Mel, you know, and that's out of our jurisdiction, but
Right,
it's just cost is getting phenomenal.
we're gonna see it here, it's gonna happen here at some point.
It's gonna have to.
Yeah, these cities are in the same strap position that we are, and
Absolutely.
they just can't afford 24/7, 365 coverage. So then it comes down to, when do we become like the smaller towns? You know, and give some of that up by having a police officer, one or two, and then having the county cover the rest of the time. And that's kind of what Manly had, but they just quit paying it.
Well, the agreement was up and it never got renewed, because there
Right.
was an agreement,
Yeah.
it just never got
Overlooked.
renewed. So,
So do we wanna wait and have a meeting with Manly, or do we have a workshop as to what we think we might possibly be able to help them with,
Well,
like these bigger towns?
for Jesse, so he knows what's going on. Probably have something.
how do you wanna do it, Jesse?
Matter to me.
I mean,
I mean,
we gotta come up with whatever the number's gonna be, and it's gonna have to work. Cause to me, full coverage. Treating them like the rest of the county per capita with the amount of calls cannot work.
no,
Because that's gonna absorb, because it's gonna be a matter of 6 months and you're gonna be asking for more officers, because those larger communities are gonna absorb those officers' time and they're not gonna get out in the rest of the county.
we need
I can see it
we
already.
need more control town.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna dump back on us, there's just no choice about
right,
it.
so I mean, it's gotta be fair. And also it's gotta be,
And that's what we
they
got,
gotta pay, they should pay for the service.
that's what we all gotta figure out with the information that we've got, and we gotta sit down and have a workshop with Jesse and figure out. What we're gonna offer, what we're gonna do, if we're gonna do nothing, what, I don't know.
We better do it this week, cause
Thursday or Friday, I'm busy tomorrow.
he's leaving.
Friday, I'll be gone, so Thursday.
Thursday.
Well, haven't you guys kind of already hashed it out between you? Don't you need to just get to Manly and see what they're thinking? Cause you guys can say whatever, you want from them, but unless they're willing, you're just putting more time into it on your end.
We know it's gonna be based off of 38.25, just at what percent? Right, we've gotta have that discussion.
And you're gonna get the money out of them this year or next year, but if you don't start talking to them, it's not gonna happen.
Well, I'm sure if they have to, they can call a special session, doesn't it? Just puts more pressure on the board members, but
Right.
something.
Have you got any other ideas on how we can work this?
Well, one of the things, not talking Manly, one of the things that, Northwood had suggested is maybe they drop down officers, which I know you guys had talked about at the meeting on Monday. That, that's kind of gonna be on them, I think, it's what your guys' decision was, so,
Right.
And if they went and got 2 police officers that they take care of, doesn't have anything to do with the county, then if we had a system in place to cover the backup, just like we would at Manly,
You'd have to.
and we'd have to figure out what that price would be and what hours we would cover and what, the guy in Manly right now, does he work 40 hours? The police officer?
I don't know what his hours are, but he works certain days, like, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, he works day shift. I think he has Thursday off, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday works nights, maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but AJ, do you remember off the top of your head what the North Springs and Floyd County were doing?
Well, they're being charged so much by the hour. Floyd County was charging them, and that rate was gonna be going up quite a bit in their 3 to 5 year plan. Just because they're seeing the expense and how much time it's taken.
Yeah.
It appears they kind of do go back and forth on billing or the necessity of the call. Whether they needed that county officer or not, but how do you,
How do you judge that in an
right,
instant?
because when it is an emergency or it is something else, you're gonna wish you had the extra officer, but at the same time, I guess if they're in the neighborhood and they swing by it, it's not a huge deal, but I don't know, it's tough to come up with a happy medium. And just looking around from other counties, it's from what they're doing, it's tough to see that happy medium.
That's why I wanted to get these call sheets.
Yeah. Cause I mean, even if any department had 2 officers, there's still no way you're getting 24/7.
No,
The only way it can be done is 4, because people deserve vacations, time off.
Right.
Even at 3, I don't think you could do it, because when one person's gone, those other 2 are gonna be working round the clock. If
24
the
hours a day.
person comes back, well, then one person's off, that other person's gonna continue to work, you know what I mean? So you have to have 4
For a minimum,
to run 24/7.
Yeah, that's kind of,
and you don't have a chief either now, and it's all being directed by us, so.
Right.
And they have the backup of your staff too.
Plus the backup of Jesse is basically the chief
Yeah.
of police.
Right, yeah, right.
So that's really not being factored into this price either, but.
So, like I said, I think it's gotta be based off that 38.25, just as maybe a percentage, because they do cover. But we can't also use that number as, yeah, we'll cover for you, and they only gotta pay, 50,000-60,000 a year. Because that's gonna absorb the county officers. You can't, just because of the call volume, these little towns, yeah, you can do that because. There's
That's
not
just
that much,
rotating through there.
We have to
there's not
figure
that
out,
much action there.
we have to figure out off these call sheets where we're gonna come in at, what it's gonna cost.
Small towns are on call and just drive-throughs, but you're fully backing somebody at Manly, or you're fully backing up Northwood. I mean, that's gotta be a totally different factor than what you're doing in the small towns. I mean.
Because if there's 1 call per small town per day, you're looking at 5 calls a day. You're gonna do
Yeah.
that, double that in Northwood or Manly every day. So, because that's the amount of people those 5 other towns have, equal to what, so. The conversation has to be had, we just gotta try to come up with that happy medium somewhere, and that's.
Or yeah, nobody's gonna be happy with the cost structure.
No.
It's just, it is what it is.
And you have the information, can you start building like a trend of where the calls are at, so that every year when this comes up, you can say where they were and how much of a percentage each should be paying?
You always got that volume of call, you can bring that up anytime. Correct, but it stays the same from year to year, if it bounces around, craft and higher one, severity, I mean, there's so many things to take into account, severity, I mean, how bad of the call is it just like I say, barking dog, is it? Things like that, a lot of different factors in those calls. You really need to call.
So I don't know, which I guess somehow meet with them sometime soon.
We'll definitely get us on for March 2nd, you said?
I guess, I know
Fine,
that,
we at least know, we haven't talked to them, we don't even know what they're thinking.
would you wanna reach out to Aaron? And just let him know, cause if he's going to a meeting tonight. Then he could at least. Make them aware of what's going on, that we wanna have this discussion and we're looking at. Needing some compensation for filling that gap. That's where I would start, I guess, is just reach out to him today so that maybe. And then if they wanted to do something special, a workshop between now and March 2nd, we could do it. I know you'll be gone, but I think we're all kind of all the same understanding, aren't we? I mean, I don't wanna leave you out of it.
No, I'll be here March 2nd.
What if we do it before that?
Yeah, no, if we do it
Workshop.
before, that's fine. You guys know what you're doing.
And then nothing would be voted on until
No, it's
you're back
gotta be-
anyway, so.
So
could at
if
least
you can
have-
get a quicker discussion, get it done, just 'cause somebody's not here.
And maybe they could figure out a time tonight, if they knew.
So,
Yeah, I can talk to Aaron.
okay, I can start with that.
Definitely, you need a workshop here this week, you can look it in. Not today, today's full, but.
There's nothing.
2,500 calls,
Oh, wow. Divided by 365?
close to 2,500.
Yeah,
Wow.
2460 or whatever else.
How many of them are just like stray dogs and stuff like that?
I mean, it's broke down by
Yeah.
each call, but.
Yeah, that's not as common as you think, that's just
Yeah.
a joke.
Yeah, that's not right.
And we'd also need to know if we don't sign a contract, what we're going to, of these calls, which ones we're gonna react to and which ones we're going, no, you figure it out, like a dog barking. Right, guys?
Well,
You gotta know which ones you're gonna do,
we've been told,
because that's gonna take a deputy.
we've been told that we're not obligated. When they have their own log.
Other than emergency.
Yeah, I have to look back on my messages, but I think she said the sheriff is not obligated.
Right.
But I think the code, I have to read it again, but I think emergency calls you do have to respond to, like if there isn't anybody.
So, I mean, example would be, you got two deputies out on patrol on Friday night. One of them's over in the northwest part of the county, and one of them's clear in the northeast part of the county. Handling a call, which is slightly severe, maybe it's an accident, whatever it is. Call comes in, officers somebody's trying to shoot him. I mean, what do you do at that point? And you don't have any other officers. I mean, you got two guys handling bad accidents or whatever.
We would try and see if the state patrol or another.
Somebody could
agency
get there.
Could come assist, yeah.
Try to get somebody there as quick as possible. Reach out to most anybody, right?
I mean, that's kind of how it is on a day-to-day basis, regardless if I call in 911, depending on where that officer's at.
Right.
And how quick they can get there,
It's gonna take some time.
it takes time.
Mhm.
Don't seem like we're a very big county, but when you're 26 miles.
Yeah.
And especially if you're going corner to corner, even from here to the southern side is.
Never have two calls in the same place at once, probably.
Right.
No, they're always on the opposite side.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, that's what it seems like, yeah. That's what kind of way it is, or the interstate or wherever you're at.
Yeah, that's all.
And that's just, if you decide to
You'd have
cut
more
back on your
problems.
coverage, that's just something you're gonna have to. It's impossible with the way Des Moines sets everything up to get keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, we can't.
We can't. It
And they
just,
can't either. Cities can't either.
cities can't either. They
We're all-
got the same problems we got.
Right.
They're forcing people to find efficiencies. Somewhere, yeah.
They're
About as efficient as you can get, to be honest.
So,
It's,
Okay, I'll talk to Aaron today then.
Yes.
we need to at least find out where they're at. So. Anything else from department heads?
I thought the discussions with Jason and Tara last week were very well.
good.
He did too.
Yeah.
So.
Good input.
I did talk to this Dominic Sherrard. He called me the next morning and totally apologized. He totally misunderstood. I told him, you're not working with the county on this and quit bothering our employees. And he said, okay. I don't know, has he been around since?
We never gave him an open book, we just said,
Yeah, if he wants to talk to employees
It's
off time,
soliciting,
I don't care.
you know,
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was gonna go right at it.
And I didn't want him to think it was gonna be coming out of my office either.
No, it wasn't,
Nope, and that's why I said, you're not working with the county.
wasn't really even coming out of this office, cause it was, yeah.
But you kinda got,
He can do what he wants after hours.
Budget discussion. We all got the emails on Back to Blue. We're gonna have to have we're gonna have to discuss that. I have a question for you. If we go with Back the Blue and raise your salary according to code, it says that your first and second deputy could get up to 85, could be paid up to 85. And the next one is 80, but it doesn't have to go there, correct?
Does not have to go there, they can go up to.
Go up to.
And that's your decision or?
That's his decision, right?
I think that's my decision.
Yep, he can raise them right along with him, or he can leave him where he's at, just to cover our.
We still have the bottom line control.
Yeah.
Yep,
He's got it figured out in your budget.
that's a big chunk
Yes, it is.
for him to figure out. In order to keep his budget the same.
Cause we're looking at
I
25%.
need money from Manly.
So we have,
What's that?
That's why you need money from Manly.
so now we have a sheriff and two chief deputies and that's it.
Well, let's face it, if some of this stuff, if we keep going down this track and some of this stuff goes through, make sure the next time you have cake in the courthouse, look to the left and look to the right, cause somebody's gonna be gone.
True,
Did I sum that up?
that's true. I
Pretty close, yep.
don't know what else to say.
Works for me.
It's true.
And we all don't want that, we know, we've been trying to avoid that, so. But yet, it sounds like this. Assistant attorney, this
No.
Brenda Bird,
Brandon,
Brianna Bird,
She
The
is,
attorney
she
general.
is the attorney general.
she's not very happy with these counties. She's telling us point blank what we're gonna do.
She's pretty opinionated.
She's,
I mean, if you look at 25%. Where he's at now, 25,000. And then if the others follow,
you wanna add that up quick in your head?
you're probably looking at what, 60,000, 70,000?
With FICA and IPers.
Just remember, this was lobbied
Yeah.
for by somebody.
Probably. Oh, I
Nothing happens in the state of Iowa without lobbyists.
something to keep in your mind, Jesse, cause we're gonna be coming under the gun at some point. We have no choice.
Well, I think it's coming around this year.
We
I
have no
think
choice.
our some point left 3 years ago.
Well, and if he doesn't continue the way it has been happening, he could get in trouble with people too.
Which, yeah, we can't, yeah. Lawsuits either, so.
Yeah, this is a fun job.
It is. What do you think? I'm not signing papers next month. I think I saw the writing on the wall 3 years ago, Enos, you're right.
But I guess we better discuss that too. Cause I don't think we can kick that can down the road for another year.
We start, I guess we need to work on it harder than we have, but probably is what you're saying.
So do you want a Wednesday or a Thursday, or are you?
Wednesday's out, I'm a Thursday, you're gone Friday.
Yep, I'll be gone first. Thursday, we're open all day Thursday.
Thursday at what, 9?
Yeah, probably, well, whatever works best for
Does that work for you?
Jesse and.
I'll make
Does
it.
that work for you Thursday? Check your calendar.
Nothing works for me, but I'll make it. Just depends, I can adjust, so.
Yes, that should work for me.
Thursday at 9 AM, a workshop,
Just general budget.
general budget stuff. That's what this is.
I should have things pretty much nailed down, so we know where we're at too.
Yeah, we got
I
all the
I
extras
made
nailed down. didn't we?
progress. I made
But you know, they-
progress yesterday.
With those extras may change too, guys, if we do something here. We gotta come up with some money here.
Yep.
You may change the libraries, you may change this, you may change that.
Say
It's gonna
no,
affect everybody.
say no.
So, anyway. That's all the bad news I've got.
You done yet?
Yeah. Oh, and by the
You're just a
way,
ray of sunshine.
Well, Mr. Senator,
I would like to comment on. Jackie sent out a job duty list from way back from when she started.
yes,
As far as this is the individual, here's what they're responsible for, here's what they back up. This individual backs this up if it doesn't get done. I really enjoyed looking at it. I'd just like to send out to the rest of you departments. It would really be nice to see the same thing from you. It's nice for the supervisors to know exactly what the duties are and what they're doing. Unless you guys think it's a waste of time.
That's one thing we
I
don't
do.
I really liked it.
Yeah, I mean, even though we've seen some of that at ISAC, things like that, it's still nice to see it again.
It is gonna change nothing, it's just,
Yeah, and we'd also ask department heads to kind of give us a list of their income and stuff, how their, their fee schedules, that stuff, and Jake's never given us that,
And capital, a capital plan.
Yeah. Yes, as well, if they have a need for capital planning, your office should have that. She gave us.
So we asked for this-
There on fees, Jake gets fees, and I know they've gone up, you should be able to tell us that. And not that that has anything in the end budget, but I mean, it'd be nice to see that.
well, they're supposed to be turning those sheets into you like in December, aren't they? And they never have.
I haven't seen revenue, but I haven't really asked for revenue because I see most of it, but I
You
don't
see.
see the treasurers.
It would be nice to it ain't gonna, it would be just nice to see what's happening in these departments and what's going on. What you're bringing in, what the job duties are in the whole 9 yards. Is that too much to ask?
Well, you know what I'm bringing in. It's
Yeah,
not-
I already
No,
saw what you're.
and I'm not doing that to pick on any department, but I do know your department, which you've been working on fees, Jake's department supposedly been working on fees. The state's not letting us raise those fast enough either, as they're taking everything else away. We're gonna go to a fee-based system, let us raise our damn fees so that they're up.
See, for my office though, you can't change anything for my fees.
Well, I know it, that's what I said, I mean.
I think a lot of these fees are set in,
No, I'm not, yeah,
well, we realize your fees are pretty much cut and dry.
I showed you
we've had those talks with the,
my Quicken report that I created for you.
Yep.
it's been a
We just-
discussion.
We're getting information from Jackie's office, we're getting information from your office. I would like to see a little more from Jake.
But then you guys are gonna have to email or talk to them or something, because I don't feel comfortable with it coming from me. I don't think I should be the,
I'll send Jake an email.
Pretty sure we asked him when he was sitting there in the meeting, he shook his head he'd do that, and he hasn't done that.
Thought we did too.
We did, I know we did. There's been nothing.
What's going on?
Yes.
When's our next? One
Oh,
Reflecto
yeah.
meeting. Melissa, when's our next One Reflecto meeting? So we can put it on our future events.
April 13th.
Yeah, you sent that out, didn't you?
Yeah, she sent it out.
Did I?
So just get on it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Heartland Power might be able to host us over there. If their new office building is built in time. So if it's not built in time, we'll get over there in July.
okay.
Sounds good, thank you. Just so Jackie can get around here. So doesn't get
Yeah,
lost between the cracks, and all of a sudden it's 2 days ahead of time.
you're right.
I also got a reply back from Amy from the extension. And she checked with the other 28 regional directors. And of the state of Iowa, there's 7 counties that are contributing to the extension office.
do you
Did
know
I-
how much?
No, didn't ask her that. I just wanted to know, well, it would have been nice.
Yeah,
I wanted to know if there was how many counties were contributing to their extension and how they were working it. She got back to me with that, so that gives you a little idea. There's not a lot of it, but we've already decided what we'd like to do for the future, and it could change at any time. Following each fiscal year that is available for major change, we'd like to see the performance the way it's been, or close to what it's been.
we need a new 2080 too.
Okay,
I would say. Probably should be updated every 3 to 5 years anyway.
Should be.
Just even if it's just to go through and just change the dates of it, everybody read it, everybody's okay with it, but. Do we need to
Now I'm
hire an
done.
attorney to do that?
Okay,
is there a motion to adjourn?
Yes, please.
moved.
I got a motion, and a second, all those in favor say aye.
All right.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you for coming down.